Okay, so with breaches, we're gonna do some buy examples on this, and I've covered the screen up a bit so you can walk it and practice verbally as I'm going through it. Okay, so as we're doing this, notice how the markets as they come up. Let me get this piece, and I'm gonna say, notice how the market halts here, halts there, halts there, halts there. Never at any point is it able to go up, right? Now, let's move the market across more. Okay, any movement out? No. On this last candle that you see, it's also a poke, but no movement out. Let's move this more. Is that a breach? Okay, if you're saying yes, that is correct. So that's a breach. That is now your new support equals resistance. Okay, the important part to say is, well, is that a pullback? Is that a pullback or not? Okay. If you haven't watched my webinar on support equals resistance, you can ask in the comments below to get you the link about support equals resistance. What is true support equals resistance? You know, I keep it publicly open because there's a big problem on the industry when they try to find out support and resistance. Now, support and resistance is like this. Okay, and I'm going to give an example again. Just remember it this way. If you're driving a car and a car is driving at full speed, let's say boom, 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 and it just stops there and then it drives again. When you're looking back at the journey of the car, do you think this even matters? No. But if a traffic police stops you, yes, you're going to remember that. Now, while you're driving, if you see a speed bump and that actually slows down your speed, you're gonna remember that. Now, how much it slows it down, it's even more important. If you just slow down a bit, just a bit, it's like as if it never existed. But if it slows down more, that means this price was important. That makes it very, very important. There's something there that made you hit your brakes hard. Okay? That's the car analogy. Okay, that's the car analogy. Okay, if you use, the rubber band man theory that I teach, it's just you're running. You take a break for 1 second. You're running. No one's gonna care about that 1 second breather that you did. But when you stop there and you're just jogging in place and you're just thinking about something for 10 minutes, which is like few candles over here, for example, people are gonna be like, "What's wrong?" But they're not gonna panic of what's wrong with my runner. And then you're running again, but instead of breaking new records and running, you actually stop, you sit down, you take a break, and you have to catch a breath. Now people are looking at you like, oh my God, can he actually run? What is it about this area that made him stop? Is he tired? What's going on? That whole concept shows you that this area is important. Maybe it's a steep hill. Whatever it may be, the terrain might be more difficult to cross. Same thing in trading here. So if I look at this area, look at the prices here. They never pull back. They hold for 2 seconds and they're only wicks on top, not on bottom. No tails on the bottom. So nothing actually pulls back. So it's not important. But yet we are drawing this line like this is our breach area. Why? It's because it stopped the market before here. That's why this becomes important to us. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, let's move forward. Let's take a look at some more examples. Going up. Oh, look at that pullback. Okay, that is true support equals resistance again. Okay, that's true support equals resistance again because your car is slowing down, or your man who was running up the hill suddenly, is taking a break, or he's falling off the hill a little bit. He's rolling back. He's like, not enough energy. Okay, that means that price is important. It's as if your big boy who's buying with a ton of money, he knows some information that we don't know, and he's removing some of his money. And we're like, why is that? There must be some information that he knows that we do not know. If he thinks that information is important, well, so do you and so do I. That information is important. That becomes our area for support equals resistance. The moment we can officially break that, that is a breach. So let's continue. Breach? Yes. Even though prices are starting to come down, that is a breach. Don't forget that. Okay? Markets are holding up in this area now. Holding. Okay. Where is this breach happening? Is it above this guy? Or is it above this guy? Okay, if you're saying the second one, then the answer is correct. If you're saying the first one, the answer is incorrect. The breach happens when he breaks through the area where there was nonsense. Okay, moving forward. Next breach. Boom. Pulling back. Here we go. So our area that we need to break is up here, right? Just keep that in mind. Here we go. Boom. No breach yet. No breach. Okay, we're trying to see, is that a breach? Yes, we got a breach. Okay, we have officially breached that area, and that is our line right here. That's our line right there. Does that make sense? Okay, so this concludes the breaches for the buyers. Let's go into breaches for the sellers. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to cover it up a little bit and have you walk through, and as it shows some difficulties, we'll discuss it.